How did a failed artist from Austria become one of the most powerful and destructive figures in human history? Born in the small town of Braunau am Inn, Adolf Hitler's early life was marked by mediocrity and failure. An aspiring artist, he twice failed to gain admission to the Academy of Fine Arts, Vienna. Drifting through his early years, Hitler seemed an unlikely candidate for significant historical impact. However, the tides began to turn when Hitler moved to Munich and later joined the fledgling German Workers' Party. With a potent mix of charismatic rhetoric and a keen sense of public sentiment, he quickly rose to prominence. Transforming this party into the National Socialist German Workers' Party, better known as the Nazi Party, Hitler began to shape his vision of Germany's future. His speeches, filled with promises of economic revival and national glory, struck a chord with a populace devastated by the effects of World War I and the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler's adeptness at public speaking and his ability to connect with the fears and desires of the German people fueled his ascent. Hitler's rise to power was marked not by his individual prowess, but by his ability to tap into the fears and frustrations of a nation. Once in power, how did Hitler seek to reshape Germany and Europe at large? Upon his ascension, Hitler swiftly transformed Germany into a totalitarian state. The suppression of political opposition was immediate and ruthless. Political adversaries were arrested, silenced, or worse, completely eradicated. This iron-fisted approach extended to controlling the media, ensuring only Nazi-approved messages could be broadcast or published, effectively brainwashing the populace into compliance. In tandem with his grip on power, Hitler embarked on ambitious infrastructural and cultural projects aimed at reviving Germany's economy and pride. The construction of the Autobahn network was not just an economic stimulant, but a symbol of efficiency and progress under Nazi rule. Similarly, the 1936 Olympics in Berlin were meticulously orchestrated to showcase the regime's strength and racial ideology to the world. However, Hitler's ambitions were not confined to Germany's borders. His aggressive expansionism saw the annexation of Austria and the invasion of Poland, actions that disregarded international treaties and ignited the flames of World War II. Amidst these developments, a more sinister policy took shape: the systemic extermination of Jews, Romani people, disabled individuals, and other minorities. This culminated in the Holocaust, an atrocity where millions were methodically slaughtered in concentration camps, a chilling testament to the regime's brutal enforcement of its racist ideologies. Hitler's rule brought unprecedented control and a dark vision that sought to erase diversity from the human tapestry. What led to the collapse of one of the most fearsome regimes in modern history? The downfall of Adolf Hitler and the Third Reich was precipitated by several pivotal events during World War II that turned the tides against them. The initial turning point came with the failed invasion of the Soviet Union. Launched in June 1941, Operation Barbarossa was intended to crush Soviet forces with a rapid blitzkrieg. However, the harsh Russian winter and resilient Soviet resistance ground the German advance to a halt, leading to catastrophic losses. Meanwhile, the entry of the United States into the war in December 1941 after the attack on Pearl Harbor added a new layer of complexity and challenge. American industrial strength and manpower were pivotal, bolstering the Allied forces significantly. The combined might of the Allies started pushing German forces back on multiple fronts. By 1945, the fall of Berlin was imminent. Encircled and facing relentless assault from the Soviets, the city fell in May. Adolf Hitler, seeing the collapse of his empire, chose to end his life in his bunker, a stark end to his tyrannical rule. The immediate aftermath of the war was marked by the Nuremberg trials, where key Nazi officials were held accountable for war crimes. Germany was divided into East and West, setting the stage for the Cold War. Globally, there was a renewed commitment to ensuring that the horrors witnessed would never recur, leading to the formation of the United Nations and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In the ruins of the Reich, the world was left to ponder the cost of unchecked ambition and absolute power. What can we learn from the rise and fall of Adolf Hitler? History, often a mirror reflecting both our triumphs and failures, offers us profound lessons from the era of Adolf Hitler. It reminds us of the critical need for vigilance and the collective responsibility we bear in preserving the pillars of democracy. The allure of charismatic leadership can sometimes blind us, leading down paths that diverge from ethical practices and democratic norms. Hitler's rise to power underscores the peril of charisma unchecked, where the seductive lure of authoritative promises can override the safeguards of liberty and justice. Moreover, Hitler's legacy continues to influence global policies, international relations, and cultural memory. It serves as a stark reminder of the destructive potential of ideologies rooted in hate and exclusion. Each policy debate, each diplomatic engagement today carries echoes of the past, urging us to tread carefully and thoughtfully. Does history guide us well enough to prevent the past's dark shadows from clouding our future?